What is going on, Cuse Nation? Welcome back to yet another episode of Bleed Orange. My name, Landon Cook, and your co-host, Joseph Malecki. And today we are joined and alongside the red shirt senior out of Victor, New York, number 12, Jamie Trimboli. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm good, brother. How are you? That was an incredible little opening there. Good job.
Thank you. So today we will be doing yet another episode of the Orange Trivia, and we are joined by Jamie Trimboli, Syracuse lacrosse player, redshirt senior out of Victor, New York. How you doing?
I'm living then.
All right,
Doing my best.
And then of course we have our co-host Joseph Malecki. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing awesome.
All right, you want to start out, Joe?
Yeah, I know, Jamie, this has been a crazy year for you due to COVID and possibly almost being your last year at Syracuse. What was going through your mind thinking that was going to be your last year cut short and then finding out that you have a whole nother year free that you can just play with the Orange?
It was definitely challenging in the beginning. You know, we were all super devastated and crushed. We had worked really hard for 4 years, getting to the point where we felt like we were the best team in the country and no one was really going to stop us. And then the virus came around and stopped us. So it's something we had to come to terms with pretty quickly. We found out we had an extra year of eligibility granted by the NCAA relatively quick after we found out our season was done. So we kind of switched gears from being upset to figuring out how we could get back and use that year as quickly as possible. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I wouldn't really be able to live with it the rest of my life if I didn't go back and finish it out. So I'm grateful that it worked out that way, and I'm lucky to have the people in my life to support me to make that happen. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, I know us all Cuse fans, we're very happy that you're coming back with the Orange and possibly being the best team in the NCAA and possibly a championship team. And that brings me to my next question. What is your mindset like going into this 2021 season as possibly being the best college lacrosse team in the D1?
We try not to compare ourselves to other people too much. We like to take it 1 week at a time and focus on us. So we think we're really good. We know we have a lot of talent, but that's not going to win games by itself. You got to have some good chemistry and you got to care about each other and love each other and make sure you're prepared each week. So that's what our focus is going to be on. We're just going to work on getting better every single week and balling out on the weekends.
That's awesome. And as we all should know, the Orange lacrosse team has made a huge, major step in the past couple of years to becoming an elite lacrosse team. And I have a really, really empowered question for you. What is your game day routine? Like, I know a lot of young athletes have an idea of like what you guys do, but like it coming from a college lacrosse player, it's probably different. So what do you do from the time you wake up, even the night before until the night after?
So that is a loaded question, brother. A lot of stuff, honestly. I have a whole little routine I do, and I'll bore you with it here. I'll walk you through it step by step. So the night before, I read my scouting report. The coaches prepare a little report for us to read so we know the ins and outs of the other team. So I make sure I have all that stuff kind of memorized the night before. And then I hit the sack and get some quality sleep. Try to get as much as I can, 8-9 hours, and wake up refreshed, ready to go. On game day, I eat a lot of food in the morning because I don't like to eat close to game day. So I suck down a bunch of food early in the morning and then don't really eat for a couple hours before the game. And during those hours, I go and shoot around, do my little shoot around routine I got. I play wall ball for a while because I've been big on wall ball, and I'll tell you guys that a bunch on this episode. I'm sure wall ball's very, very important. You may hear that from your youth coaches and think it's crap, but it's not crap at all. So I play wall ball for about almost an hour before the games and just make sure everything's dialed in, tape up my stick or get my ankles taped, stretch out, and then it's go time. So
that's really cool. And then after the fact, like, what does that take a toll on your body? Is it do the injuries come right after? Like, if you face any little bruises or something, does that, or like a big injury, does that impact you right after the game, or maybe a day after, maybe 2 days after?
Right after the game, if you win, you feel pretty good, so you don't necessarily feel it then. If you lose, you feel it right away.
Yeah.
But if you win the next day, you'll wake up with a bunch of aches and pains, and you'll be sore as heck. Your legs feel like they're detached from your body.
Yeah.
But if you take the right steps to recover and you drink enough water and eat some good food, get some good sleep, you'll be all right. You'll recover pretty quick.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's just something that I'm sure all of us have always wondered about college lacrosse players because with all that contact that you guys have, it's kind of a dangerous sport. So what is your favorite thing to do with your team? I'm sure in COVID it's quite different, but before COVID and during COVID, what was your favorite thing to do with your teammates, and how did the coronavirus impact that?
We have a lot of different stuff that we like to do as a team. Honestly, my favorite, I would say, is still lacrosse related. I like going out and after practice or before games, just with my teammates, messing around on the field, not necessarily doing anything too serious, but just throwing the ball around, taking some shots, pretending like it's overtime or it's the fourth quarter or whatever it is, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys do in the backyard. We go out and do that stuff still. It's fun to dream and make believe and put pressure on each other in clutch situations, even if no one's there and it's just the three of us or four of us playing around. So that's definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Awesome. You guys into any like sporting video games or something like that?
Me personally, no, but my teammates are video game crazy. They love the Fortnites and the
Oh
Call of
yeah.
Duties and the NHLs of the world. They love all that stuff. So
Oh
you
yeah.
guys aren't alone on that. That
Oh,
I
doesn't
mean,
go away once you get to college.
yeah. So Joe, what else you got for him?
well, this is my last question for the day. What is your You've been playing at Syracuse lacrosse for many years now. What is your favorite memory so far? I know my favorite is when Syracuse beat the undefeated Duke at my own high school, at my own school. That was pretty crazy moment. I just want to hear what your favorite moment is.
It's tough, bro. That week you said the Duke game was a really cool one because we were at CNS in a different location and it was packed, sold out, and there's fans everywhere all around the fence and stuff. So that one was really fun and we won in pretty dramatic fashion. But my favorite memory, I would say, is when I was a freshman. We played North Carolina in the ACC tournament and we were down about 9 goals at halftime. We were really pooping the bed there and we weren't having a good half at all. And we came together as a team at halftime and came out in the second half and rattled off 9 straight to tie it. And it ended up not going in our favor at the end of the game, but just the feeling of being a part of a comeback like that with your brothers and something you grew up watching. Syracuse always seems to come back no matter how much they're down. You're never really out. So that was my first experience with it. And that's something that stuck with me my whole career and something that we now try to teach the younger guys on our team. It's kind of a culture thing. So
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah,
And so do you have a favorite goal or moment that impacted you the most?
like a favorite goal or a
Yeah.
shot, you mean?
Yeah.
Um, there's a bunch, man. I know the Army game last year was pretty special for me. I had struggled against Army a few years in a row there, so last year I think I played pretty well and I had a pretty good game and snuck a couple past the goalie. So a lot of those shots and those goals are pretty memorable for me.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna hit you with another big one, Jamie.
Let it fly.
So if you were to give advice to a young athlete that wanted to be in your position someday, what strong words would you give those young athletes?
That's tough, but I would definitely say to learn from greatness, great people, great athletes. Take the time to look in to the things that they do, the way they carry themselves, the work that they put in, because greatness and great players don't just pop out of bed and become great. You know what I mean? They put in a lot of time and effort every single day, and that's something that young kids could definitely learn. The more you practice, the better you're going to be, and you can shorten the learning curve a lot by looking at guys that are in the spot that you want to be in. So to watch film, listen to interviews, take notes on all the things that they do, the moves that they do, and go out and practice them for your own.
Awesome.
That's really inspiring, and I'm sure these kids will take your advice and really appreciate it and work towards their goal. Joey, you got anything else for Jamie?
That's good for me. I'm good.
All right. Until the next time, Q Station, always, always, always remember, let's go Syracuse. See you guys.
See ya.